Hey boys and girls, welcome back to Master Detective Archives Rain Code. In the last episode, we actually had to cut things into two separate episodes, due to how long the last episode could have actually been, since this episode is actually part 2 of episode 21. But with that being said, in the last episode we found out the truth behind Aiko's demise being caused by the very victim of the most recent case to befall Theory Academy, the lead actress of the theater club, the severely jealous Karen, who ended up in a blind rage and ended up killing Aiko with little to no plan, using a brick to bludgeon Aiko, all because of an argument that happened to get them to get into. We didn't really know the details or why they got into the fights, but they did, and ended up with Aiko completely gone. And because of that, well, they had to quickly make it look like it was a murder, and, well, that Aiko had done it to herself. And because of that happening, it ended up creating the current crime we've been thrust into during our investigation into Ethereal Academy. The only thing is, because of our findings about the truth of Aiko's case, we've also learned one crucial detail, that the case behind Karen's demise is much more different of an outcome than we originally believed it to be, and that is the fact that the culprit did in fact have an accomplice. The only thing is, who could that possibly be, since now, based on all the evidence we've gathered currently, it could still be anyone out of the 3 current suspects: the aggressive Waruna, the friendly mild-mannered Yoshiko, and the shy but enthusiastic actress Karune, or all 3 of them. Only time will truly tell. So, with that being said, I'll see you back with the past Spooks that originally had recorded episode 21. So, with that being said, I'll see you guys back with what we originally had to cut out in the last one. So, see you guys very, very soon.
We just have to follow the sequence of events, right? So we gotta figure out where the poison came from.
Yep, and that's the first thing to do. And what about you, Shinigami?
Come on, hurry up and decide!
Okay, she's just basically saying what she normally says. Okay, so yeah, definitely red first.
How was the poison brought to the theater hall? You sure about that?
Yep, I'm more than sure, honestly. So bring us in. Let's break down the first barrier here.
Let's start with the poison being brought to the theater hall.
It's the only thing that makes sense at that point.
Their conspiring began with how was the poison brought to the theater hall.
Which makes the most sense.
It's a route we already explored to the very end, so let's blast through it!
Okay, well, through we go.
Hey, wait!
You're coming here no matter what, buddy. Don't even stop. Okay, inside we go. Does that mean we're going back to the other room, or?
The only person who could have brought the poison to the theater hall was Yoshiko, right?
Which is right. And then obviously it was passed over to Waruna somehow.
Yeah, the poison neutralizes after 30 minutes, so it had to be brought into the theater during the show.
Seemingly, yeah.
As the production assistant, only Yoshiko could have done it.
Which makes sense.
Looking back, the reason they chose poison as the murder weapon was to establish an alibi.
An alibi?
The poison was only active for 30 minutes, which gave the other girls an alibi.
So, because they were all working together, they decided to pick a fall guy in this instance, making Kurumi the fall guy, to blur the truth and to, well, get away with it. Okay. Although, Aiko was her best friend, so you would think that they wouldn't target her like that if Aiko was most connected to Kurumi. That's weird, even with that knowledge.
Yoshiko went to the lab for the poison as soon as the performance began.
Yeah, seemingly. From everything we've got, that's the only thing that makes sense from what we earned from looking through this case.
She had the extra glass hidden in her bag. after she brushed poison onto it,
Well, she transferred it off.
she put it back in her bag and returned to her seat in the front row as if nothing happened.
Although, how'd she get the glass on stage? That's another question.
The problem is, what happened next?
That's a really good question. And there's our brick wall there, too.
We're here. You're off, Master.
Okay, let's get Minecraft in here, because, well, there's only one way to deal with this brick wall at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, Yuma, hope you're ready, buddy. Oh, you need... okay. What did Yoshiko do with the poisoned glass after bringing it? Well, only one possibility, handed it to Waruna. Okay, not too bad.
Isn't this how was the poison mixed into the glass roots?
Yep, that's exactly what it is, Desuhiko.
Wow, it really connected.
Which is good information, so we're definitely on the right route. For sure now.
All right, let's keep going and reach the truth.
Okay, through the blue route we go.
Whoa! Again?
Poor Desuhiko is being dragged off throughout this entire mystery labyrinth.
Hey, you said Yoshiko handed the poison glass over to Waruna, but
But what?
Waruna was performing on stage, right? How could she receive the glass while on stage?
That's a good question.
The only time I can think of is when they turned off the lights.
Possible. So they met each other halfway is what you're basically saying.
Yoshiko sat on the right edge of the front row close to the wings, where the actors enter and exit from scenes. She probably stood up when the lights went out and left the poisoned glass near the right wing.
I guess, yeah, that could be a way to do
If
it.
she couldn't get on stage, she could at least do that within 5 seconds.
Huh.
Then, Waruna picked up the glass and hid it under her costume.
Really?
The costume check happens before the performance, so she got around that by receiving the cup during the performance.
Okay then. So in essence, Waruna.
See. So they passed the baton during the 5 seconds the lights were out.
Yeah. But in essence, Waruna is the one that did the killing blow. Although Karune was the one that pointed her in the right direction for Karen. Okay. Interesting.
The two of them must have rehearsed it as much as the rest of the play.
Makes sense.
But what happened after that? Suppose Waruna did get the poisoned glass.
Yeah, supposedly, what if she did?
How did she swap it with the real glass while the play was still ongoing?
And, that's a good question, but I think there's a possibility to it.
A few moments after the blackout, there's a scene where Waruna approaches the shelf.
Yeah, and she could do that because nobody can see the glasses, because that's literally on the rule sheet, is that to make sure nobody can see the glasses.
It only lasts 2 or 3 seconds, but Waruna's hands on the shelf are completely hidden from the audience.
Yep. I wonder if Karen can see that. Although we can't really tell because we never got an alibi from her because she was never here to begin with after that.
At that moment, Waruna could have switched out the original glass with the poisoned one.
Easily, too.
So they used the play itself for their seemingly impossible crime.
Yep, and it was pretty crazy how they did it, too, based on everything we've gained here.
Talk about guts. This is something only thespians could pull off.
Thespians. I don't really know what that word means.
Shinigami? Isn't there a safer way down?
You could have just let go, to be fair, but, yeah, definitely interesting word for you to say, though, thespians. Could be a word that I just don't hear often enough to know the meaning to be fair. But, yeah, you should have just let go, buddy.
Master, hurry up and break this one down too.
Okay, let's break down the next wall. And this should take us to the yellow route. And then finally leading us to the green route. How is the poison glass chosen? Well, Karane guided to it, obviously with the lights. So, break on through. And there's our final wall, too.
Alright, we got this one too.
Not much to really go off for that one. It's pretty much answers itself at that point.
Only a bit more. Let's keep
Yep, keep going indeed.
Wait, can't we take a break?
Sorry there, Desuhiko. No time for breaks, buddy. But so far, so good.
This is the final one. It's the how was the poison glass chosen route.
Yep.
From here, it's exactly as we solved it before.
Super simple, just with lights.
Kurone told Cotton beforehand to take the glass the spotlight hits first.
Yep, and she was the one that chose for that to be the case in the scripts in the first place.
And then, after confirming the poisoned glass from the catwalk above, the spotlight was pointed directly at it.
Yep, pretty simple.
And that's the method behind the murder weapon.
And how easily they were able to get it on stage.
Method? Sounds more like madness if you ask me.
Of course you'd be happy about that.
That solves this mystery. We've almost reached the truth.
But now we just need to make it to the Who route.
Seriously? That's terrible.
It is pretty bad, I will be honest. But it's the only answer.
Huh? Why?
Yeah, why do you say that?
Because I haven't gotten Shinigami to fall for me yet.
Oh. Yeah, it's not gonna happen, buddy. Don't worry about it.
That's not gonna happen, even if you stayed here for 100 years. In fact, I basically think you're nuts.
Yep, she made that very much obvious throughout the entire case before you got here, buddy.
You know, beyond the hate, there could be love.
Nope, there's nothing but hate in there.
It's kind of like traveling the globe. You and I can go in opposite directions, but eventually we'll meet.
I doubt that, buddy.
That's a stretch.
Yeah, it is quite a stretch. But deserved.
I feel sick.
You kind of deserved that one, buddy.
This is the last wall.
Yep, the final wall that should lead to the green route. Based on how good old,
Master, are you ready? Let's solve this thing.
Okay, let's solve it.
Right.
Only one final thing to do. All three of them. But we do have options for the other three. But all three of them, obviously. So break on through. And there's our Who route. Found it.
Yes, it fell.
Finally, too. Here it is, the final
That
route.
door is the Who room. We finally made it.
Yep, finally.
Time to end this, Master.
Although, the only thing is it really going to lead directly to the end here, though? That's the real question. Because yeah, we did solve all the things here, but it seems a little early in a way. Just because these mystery labyrinths are seemingly like 3 hours each.
Looks like all the culprits are here. But
They're what?
why do they look so sad?
That's well, obviously Yakou.
How boring. You call yourselves the final bosses of the mystery labyrinth?
I guess so.
Then start acting like it. Might as well guard the truth till the end at this point.
Fair enough. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is the final area, isn't it? It's weird.
There.
Giving up, maybe? That's a first. Is there no deduction for this one? That would be a definite first. Huh. Oh no, they're fighting. Okay. Now we just gotta go with what we have and go from there. But we're definitely almost at the end of the case here. It's literally the final walls that try and stop us from getting there. And thankfully, this is the easier part of going through the cases, since we don't have to worry about, trying to figure things out mentally, since they give you a time limit on this stuff for this part. Which is nice. Not a lot of mystery phantoms this time around with, trying to stop us wise. But here we go, God Shinigami. So it's 100% the finale for this area. Just gotta remember my buttons for everything. Y is to tackle, if I remember correctly. Nope, no stopping. You may say that, but there's more than enough proof. What do you want me to stop for? No, there's a lot of reasons. But we can prove that. Destroy the wall with a solution key. Okay, well, let's pull it up. There's no reason for us to team up. Well, we do have... Yeah, obviously the two shots with Yoshiko, to be fair. But let's see here, what else do we have? Nothing there. That's definitely worthwhile, but the poison properties would also be a reason. But the full picture would definitely be a good reason. I'm gonna try swinging with that, maybe, because we haven't had to use this yet. So let's go for it. Hopefully it smashes through. Okay, it does. Okay, good. But yeah, that's the only thing I can think of, because the full picture, we've seen the full picture at this point, since all of them have their own photo with Aiko.
Yeah.
Let's do it, Master!
But now to just go with that, and try and figure it out from there. So far so good, though.
Shut up!
Nope.
Don't come any closer!
Not gonna happen.
I did it all alone!
I kicked that, but okay.
I don't know about the others. Don't come any closer!
Definitely not happening to Waruna.
There's nothing connecting us!
Now there's more than enough. And we have more than enough pictures to prove it. So, nice try though. But here's your picture with Aiko, and there's our proof. Sorry there. We have one for everybody, so it's more than enough proof.
You did it! Great job!
Great job indeed.
That's right.
And they all freaked out when we found their pictures too. Except for Yoshiko, because she never saw us find it, to be fair.
Shut up!
So far so good.
Go away!
Now to just hopefully stop
Telling lies!
good old Karune here, it seems like. She's the only one we haven't confronted yet here. Yep, there she is.
We have nothing to do with each other!
You say that, but we have more than enough proof that you are. So, sorry, but not sorry. But here's your picture with good old Aiko there. And smash on through. Nice try, though. Definitely nice try.
What's going on here? I thought they hated each other.
Seemingly.
No, that probably isn't true.
Although, it is still weird that they're seemingly hating each other.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
It's a good question, honestly.
If you put together the 3 photos they each have...
All 4 of them are connected to each other.
What? So they're all in the same picture?
Yep, nothing but that. It's pretty much simple from there. They were friends. The only thing is maybe because of everything, they're trying to stay away from each other, maybe, in a way.
That's the truth.
There it is. New key. A group photo of Aiko, Yoshiko, Waruna, and Kurane.
No.
Now to just go with that.
Let's do this, Master!
We 100% know what our final solution key is now, too. That works out. Just took us a while to get the final key. No treasure chests required this time around, though, which is interesting. Oh, ooh, pressed the wrong button for a second there. But it didn't count, thankfully. Definitely pretty decent at these ones, for the God Shinigami modes, to be fair. Although, that one kick messed me up, because of the fact that I kicked, but it didn't count it. Nope, no stopping. We're basically on top of you now.
Get away from me!
Nope. Keep trying, but you ain't gonna stop us. Here we go, we got our final wall, it looks like.
Go away!
Nope, not gonna happen.
There is no bond between us!
Nope, more than enough bonds. But now it makes more sense why they're all designed the same now too. Destroy the fortress, but yep, there is definitely a bond between all of you. And that is the group photo. Sorry, but everyone's smiling happily there.
Is the truth of the case.
It's time to end this for once and for all, finally. Not too bad though. honestly. And boom goes the castle. Nice try for trying to put up a wall, but honestly, in the end, you pretty much, well, failed in your little scheme there. But yeah, because of the fact that there is 3 culprits here, we're not going to look very good when we get out of here. I'm going to be honest. It's not going to look good for us whatsoever.
This is just a guess, but you 3 weren't actually on bad terms with each other, were you?
Seemingly, based on all the evidence here.
In fact, it was all an act to get revenge for Yakou.
Which would make sense, honestly.
You all cherished the same picture with her.
But why tear the picture up? Though, that's honestly the real question here. I don't understand why they would do that.
It was originally a single photo of you all together, with Yakou in the middle. You were all close friends.
Unless they open those pictures often, enough for other students to see them, so ripping them apart from each other from pictures makes sense, I would think.
And when you connect the pictures together...
Yep, there you go. One full group photo.
Everyone is there, smiling.
And it would make sense that we'd all be friends there. Because you would think that somebody wouldn't have as much of a smile in a group photo like this.
So, why?
Yeah, why is the answer to everything here?
Come on, we've got work to do before you get all sappy.
Is it really good to go through with what you do in this case?
Let's go. One more push and we'll be done with this labyrinth.
This one's more sad than it is, us taking out a real culprit, to be fair. Because it looked like pretty much, honestly, Karen had it coming this entire time.
What would a hero do?
Not go through with this, honestly.
A real defender of justice would defeat evil here and now and be done with it.
I don't know, it just doesn't feel like, a heroish thing in this case.
But I'm no hero. All I want is the truth.
We already know the truth, buddy.
And the truth is right here. So why go any further?
Honestly, yeah. Why go any further in this case?
Will solving this mystery really make anyone happy?
I wouldn't even think Kurumi would be happy with the end of this one. Honestly.
Master, do you sympathize with them?
Kind of, yeah.
That's not something a detective should do. Your job is to solve mysteries, isn't it?
Fair, but I don't know, it just doesn't seem right.
If so, you have to expose the truth.
But do we really have to?
You have to prove it in a way anyone can understand and anyone can see. Detectives aren't defenders of justice, they're defenders of truth.
Yeah, but that was what we were told. But the thing is, in a real case, technically, there is detectives and, like, media in real life that technically are defenders of truth in a way. So, or of justice and stuff like that. Just think of, I know this is not a real person, but Yuma ain't a real person either. Batman. Most of the time he does it for justice. He doesn't kill his victims to prove his truth. But he does shatter their bones. That's definitely a difference there, to be fair. Send them to the hospital. And, well, yeah, from there, yeah, pretty much that.
Defenders of truth.
Although I don't think Yuma likes that answer.
A detective must never overlook a mystery. Any and all truths must be exposed.
You don't know what's gonna happen, Desuhiko.
A detective must always prioritize solving a case.
Desuhiko, you don't know what's about to happen, buddy.
Emotions must be discarded to reach a perfect solution through a perfect deduction.
I guess.
That's easier said than done.
Thank you, Desuhiko. Or at least for saying that part.
Yuma, if you can't do it, I can take your place.
Really?
No, I'll do it.
You sure, Yuma?
I'll take responsibility. I'll see this through.
Well, I guess this kind of makes us an anti-hero now at this point. Well, Yuma, guess it's time then. Although, I'm gonna kind of regret doing this one, to be fair. Personally. But, it's the only way. We have to get rid of the mystery labyrinth. But this does change my perspective on Yuma, though, because of this now. Because now I don't see him as a hero. I see him more as kind of like a Deadpool, kind of. An anti-hero. There it is. Silent curtain call. Deduction denouncement. Well, only one thing to do. To piece everything together. Okay, what do we got to start with, though? Note script, brick. Okay, well, obviously the weapon she used was a brick. Okay, and then from there, what was Aiko's cause of death disguised as? Well, in this case, it was disguised as her taking herself out. So we'll just need to remember that part, but we can't put it in yet. So what else do we have? Note and script, and then glasses are swapped. Okay. Well, I don't think we have that right there, but we could possibly... Yeah, glasses are swapped here, so we can throw that in there. And that opens up a couple new ones for us. We have the poison, the chemistry lab, the spotlight, and the death. So let's put the demise by jumping in there. Okay, so far so good. And then let's see what we have here. We have the poison. It can probably go first. Nope, we can put this one here, so let's put the poison there. And then we have the chemistry lab, so we can put that where she was heading and go from there. Okay, not too bad. 3 more left. Now we just need to go from there. So the chemistry lab section, what did Karane use to guide Karen? And that was the lights, so let's put the spotlight right there. Send us to the next page. And that would be, why did Karen take the poisoned glass? Because the script said so, to do so. And then to the final page. Karane's picture, and for whom did the trio commit the crime for? Obviously Aiko, and because of the fact that we know that this is going to take us to the deduction of everything, and we've always let the game go through with reading out those, I'll see you guys right after we put in Aiko. So, with that being said, I'll see you guys right after the deduction, and we'll be heading right on in.
Step right up! Step right up! A tragedy that struck an academy stage! The death of a high school girl casting a shadow over 4 bickering theater club members! Truth bombs are about to be dropped! Time for the deduction denouement!
This case begins with Aiko's death 6 months ago. Aiko was thought to have committed suicide by jumping off the roof. In truth, caught and murdered her.
The shoes left on the roof had dirt on them from the flower bed at the crime scene. The bloodstains on the bricks were also unnatural, and it was obvious that an amateur had faked it.
If it wasn't a suicide, it would contradict Cotton's testimony. However, she didn't originally intend to kill Aiko. It was a crime of passion.
So they got into an argument, Cotton saw red, then boom? Women are so scary.
Yoshiko, Waruna, and Purane probably realized the truth behind what happened. The 3 teamed up to avenge Aiko. They used the dress rehearsal to commit this crime.
Regardless of the reason, getting together to plan a murder is pretty crazy.
Yoshiko and the audience was to bring the poisoned glass into the theater hall.
Once unsealed, the poison is harmless after 30 minutes. So, she went to the lab 15 minutes after the play began.
The poison container is too big to transport unnoticed, so she applied it to the glass in her bag with a paintbrush.
Thus, the poison glass was created. She brought it back to the theater hall, then went on standby at the right end of the front row.
Warna, who was acting on stage, was to switch out the poisoned glass.
During the 5-second blackout 30 minutes into the play, Yoshiko placed the poisoned glass in the wings. Warna, on stage, retrieved it and hid it under her costume.
Then, in the scene where she approaches the shelf, she exchanged the glass there with the poisoned one.
Switching in the murder weapon on stage while everyone is watching? What a pervy exhibitionist!
What's perverted about that? And Kurane, on the lights, would guide Cotton to take the poisoned glass.
Then came the duel of poison cups! The two glasses on the shelf had juice poured into them. Cotton and Warna shuffled them in a way the audience couldn't see.
But Kurane, who was on the catwalk directly above the stage, saw exactly which glass held the poison. She confirmed the location of the poisoned glass and shone the spotlight on it first.
Cotton drank from that glass 45 minutes after the start of the play. Winner, winner! Poisoning complete! That was so long! Good job!
Kurane told Cotton of a change in stage direction, where the victim was to take the glass the spotlight hits first. Cotton followed this instruction to take the poisoned one. The whole sequence of events for this crime would have been impossible for a single person. Their cooperation was also a means to conceal their involvement. But I can't shake the feeling that there was some other reason behind it.
The ruthless, disgusting criminals who conducted this murder are... Yoshiko! Warna! Kurane! You are the killers! Wait, what?
They may have pretended to always be at odds with one another, but deep down, they were bonded through their shared admiration for Yakou.
Okay, well, there it is.
Is my answer.
But now that we got the culprits completely denounced, well, there's only one thing left to do, since it looks like we're not going to back down from here.
Was there really no other way?
Good question, honestly, at this point. Because it seems like, well, it seems like there could have been another way here, at this point. Huh.
Was there no way to prove Cotton did this without killing her?
Oh, that part? No. Peacekeepers.
That's not possible. Not in Kanai Ward.
Yep. Peacekeepers like to hide real evidence. So, there was literally nothing that could have been done.
The Peacekeepers bend the truth whichever way they want to. The three girls couldn't get justice from them.
And they probably got paid off by Karen, based on what we know.
Which led to this crime.
Yep. And then Peacekeepers in the same instance here were seemingly paid off by the three of them or someone else. Although, why would someone else defend them is the real question.
But it doesn't make it right!
Yeah, true, but there's not much we can really do about that now.
How long did you put on an act for this?
good question.
Yakou was our sunlight. Wherever she went, we were meant to be there with her. She was everything to us.
Which makes sense at this
We
point.
were together ever since we were young. Her dream was our dream.
Huh.
We were nothing special. But she called us her rivals.
Like in Pokemon, where they call their friends rivals on their journey to becoming the best.
Those words encouraged us to carry on.
Huh.
But now she's gone. Everything's hopeless now. The three of us investigated Aikou's death. I used my parents' connections to view top secret case files.
Really? Okay, so you're definitely connected to... Okay, so she's definitely connected to our corporation we've been following this entire time, Mataratsu. So that answers that question.
But no matter what we did, the peacekeepers refused to reopen the case.
That's the real question. I wonder why exactly they do that. Other than, it can't just be money, right?
Because Karen's father is a big shot at Amaterasu Corporation.
Big shot, you say? Who exactly is the big shot here?
That's why we had to do it ourselves. We wanted revenge. Revenge became everything for us.
Guess that makes sense.
And to get it, we pretended to fight amongst ourselves. We are actors, after all.
Huh.
But we don't have to anymore, right? We don't have to keep this up.
Fair, but you won't be around anymore if that's the case.
We put on quite a show.
You definitely did.
Didn't we, Yakou?
Huh. Well, it looks like their souls are willing to go, based on that.
This leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Then again, most cases do.
Yeah, same here, buddy.
But that's the end. We can finally return to the real world.
Nope, buddy, this ain't the end. I'm sorry to tell you this.
I hope the girls open up like that in the real world too.
Well, sorry to burst your bubble there, Desuhiko, but, well, that's not gonna be happening, buddy. Sorry, though.
No, I don't think they can.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen, bud.
Huh? Why is that?
Well, it's something you don't know about solving one of these mystery labyrinths that I wish you would have listened to our story about it.
Oh, also, where's Shinigami?
Doing what she does best.
Right here.
Yep, and it's time to break the mystery labyrinth once and for all.
Well, what do you think?
Well, it's time to finish it.
Did you fall in love with me? I know you did. You must have, yeah?
She definitely didn't, buddy.
I already told you. I will never fall for you.
She did say so, and she doesn't really lie in that aspect.
You're seriously getting on my nerves.
And, I don't blame her for wanting nothing to do with you, buddy, to be fair.
You're annoying and exhausting.
Exhausting. That's a word for it.
Desuhiko?
You okay, buddy?
Did you think I was serious?
He definitely is. He's just trying to laugh the pain away.
I was just testing the bond between you two.
There really isn't much between Desuhiko, or between Yuma and Shinigami, in my opinion, but if you say so.
Our bond? It's more like a curse, at least to me.
He definitely is.
Right. I was just testing. I wasn't serious.
Yeah,
At
sure.
all.
Sorry there, Desuhiko. It's kinda easy to see through you.
I didn't get rejected, okay? I didn't.
You always get that way, to be fair, buddy. I'm pretty sure about that one.
Alright, just calm down.
Yeah, just calm down, Desuhiko. There's nothing to it.
Anyway, let's do it.
Okay, let's do it indeed.
Time to exterminate the souls of the true culprits and destroy the mystery labyrinth.
Once and for all.
Wait, Shinigami, do we really have to do this?
I think it's literally a no-way situation here.
I mean,
I don't think she cares.
They're murderers. The reason why doesn't matter.
Yep, based on your deduction, that would make sense.
I make my living reaping the souls of criminals.
Which is something I said before.
Because I'm Shinigami.
Yep. And she is far from a hero in this story. So, sorry there, Yuma. No way around it.
Bloodlust. Overflowing despair. The brilliant soul of Shinigami
Oh, here we go again.
shall expose this cursed case.
Ending it once and for all, too.
To the vile mystery labyrinth.
Well, there they go. Although, it's kind of a sad ending to this case, I'm gonna be honest. Huh. Well, at least we solved it, I guess. In a good way, questionable. But, we got our answer, though, nonetheless. Just gotta go with that, really, pretty much at the end of the day. But I'm kind of curious on how this is gonna end for us. Because it seems like, we won't have a real way of getting out of this one. Back to the real world we go. What about, what about that part?
When did you...
Oh, we moved.
Huh?
That works.
What the?
Desuhiko doesn't remember.
What just happened?
Uh-oh.
Hold on!
This ain't good.
Soul, calm down!
Yeah, please calm down. Oh, there they go. Dropping like flies.
What? What's going on?
Oh,
I knew it.
The evil murderers have been expunged once again.
yep, in the worst way possible.
I got one more job to do.
One more. Oh, yeah. I forgot you can do that one thing. Although it's not really a happy ending in the end.
Excuse me, everyone. The culprits behind this incident were Waruna, Kanai, and myself. All three of us conspired to poison Cotton. The way we got her to ingest the poison was...
how? You gonna say it? Oh no, he's gonna skip through that part. But interesting, though, nonetheless. I guess that gets us out of that part. It's still... Huh.
I don't know what you people have done.
We didn't do nothing, trust me. That's, more for Shinigami to answer than us for that part.
But next time, it won't go your way. Remember that.
Oh, really? So, we get away with the warning? That works, okay. I'll take it. What about Kurumi, though?
Did you see that?
Yeah, it was pretty scary, I'm gonna be honest. Martina is a scary person.
She was staring at me the whole time. She's gotta be in love with me.
She definitely isn't. We already have enough proof of that.
Oh, fine. I guess she can keep the peace of my love as well.
Yeah, how about no on that one? Ooh, that's a first for Yuma. He's not feeling too good about that one.
Hey, what's got you so down? All three of them just died out of nowhere. Nobody's to blame for that.
I guess so.
There's no reason for either of us to feel guilty.
No, we definitely have enough reason, you just don't remember it. But yeah, we're starting to lose hope, it looks like. It looks like every case does a toll to us in some way at this point.
Seems like all the memories from the mystery labyrinth are completely gone.
Yep, and that's terrible for us.
Master, we're in the clear. All 3 of their deaths won't be your fault now.
Yeah, I guess, but he still feels that way. Honestly, I would too at this point.
That's not what I'm worried about.
What are you worried about then?
Yuma!
Oh. Well, Kurumi's back.
Kurumi?
You okay, Yuma?
Thank you for saving me. I knew you'd come to the rescue.
Well, we definitely tried, although it really wasn't a rescue mission in the other sense. But we did solve your case, if that says anything.
Anyway, are you alright? The peacekeepers didn't harm you, did they?
Seemingly not. But that's a good thing, though, to be fair.
No, I'm fine.
Okay, cool. Good information to hear. I'll be honest there, just because of the fact that it didn't seem like it was going to be that way. It seems like they don't do anything until they're done with their investigation, which is good.
Hey, Yuma?
What is it, Desuhiko?
I don't want to get in the way of this tearful reunion.
Oh, that's a first from you.
But maybe we should get out of here? It'll be trouble if the peacekeepers come back.
Fair enough.
Oh, right. Let's leave then.
Yeah, let's get out of here before anything else could possibly happen. But not too bad, honestly. But where to now, honestly, because it seems like there's still a little bit more to the chapter, even though I would think it would end right there, and we start chapter 3 from the next part of that, I would think. But yeah, what a crazy chapter, though, nonetheless, from everything that's happened. Also, a pretty long ending, to be fair, too, there, to be fair. But, yeah, definitely crazy. I can definitely admit to that.
I'll go on ahead to the agency and put in a good word for you.
Thanks, Desuhiko. That's nice of you.
I don't really get how it all ended, but I have a hunch.
You have a hunch.
Yuma, you did all the work, right?
Well, obviously.
Huh?
He didn't do anything, Desuhiko, so obviously we would have had to have solved it in the end. So, technically, yeah, that would answer it.
Huh, guess he's got good intuition.
Well, that's good. At least we got full, full approval for this one in the end, which is good.
Looks like I won't be calling you Rookie from here on out.
Sounds good to me, honestly. I'll take it.
Let's keep working together, my man. Mind your manners as you walk your girl home.
Okay. Well, we'll do that, I guess. Surprised you said that, of all things. You okay, Kurumi?
Yuma?
Yeah, what's up?
Huh? What is it?
Yeah, what's going on here?
This tension. Don't tell me.
Oh, was I right on that one?
Is this where they make babies?
No, definitely not.
Did something happen? You seem down.
It was a pretty dark case, I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, well...
I don't know if Yuma will go fully in detail about it, though.
Although the case was solved, 3 lives were lost.
Yeah, technically 4.
Right. I didn't expect Yoshiko and the others too.
Yeah, but although it seemed like their soul in the end was willing for what happened, in the end, to be fair.
Could it be that their deaths are related to your forte?
I don't like the sound of how you said that.
What?
Shinigami, you need to change that right now, man.
Wow, we've got another sharp one.
Yep, really sharp.
Master, I hope you know this, but if you say anything about our contract...
You did say something bad would happen to us. Fair enough.
Oh, sorry for saying something so strange. I know I'm off, right?
What do we say here, honestly?
Even if that were the case, you'd never tell me.
Probably for the best, honestly. What are you gonna say, Yuma?
There's somewhere I want to go.
You want to go somewhere?
Will you come with me?
Where are we gonna go?
Huh? Sure. I guess.
Oh, it could be like with the boy in the ball at the end of chapter 1. To be fair. Well, with the fact that it says riverbank here, maybe we're going to the riverbank. That would be a good place to go, I guess. Interesting. Well, actually, I could think of one thing we could possibly do. We could take her to the submarine, of all places. I don't see why not. Oh no, we're taking her here.
Wow! What a nice view!
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's like a secret hideout. I didn't know that Kamasaki had a place like this.
This is where Yakou took us first when we first got here.
Please, help me save this city.
Oh, we're trying, Yakou. Slowly but surely.
Save this city, huh?
One step at a time, though. Even though this didn't really feel like a savior mission. We saved Kurumi, but in the other case, it really didn't feel that way.
I managed to save Kurumi by solving the case.
Which is true.
But I killed those 3 girls. I'm responsible for their demise.
Well, technically it's Shinigami's fault in the end, really. To be completely fair there.
If I had let the peacekeepers deal with it, at least their deaths could have been prevented.
Oh, yeah, I would think so.
What exactly did I even solve?
The true crime. At that point.
It's not a true solution if we can't save everyone.
But we don't have that kind of power, though, to be fair.
What I gained in exchange for my memories isn't some convenient, mystery-solving tool.
Which is true.
It's literally the power of a death god.
Which is a double-edged sword at the end of the day.
What are you musing about?
We have enough reasons to muse about this.
You can't reclaim the past, and you're not gonna get your memories back either.
Well, fair, but that's not really what we're worried about.
In the end, you just have to accept it.
Accept it?
There's not really a good reason to accept it.
Instead of believing in some vague thing like justice, just believe in the truth.
Huh.
They say there's only one truth, and there's only one type of person who can find their way to that truth.
What kind of person?
Detectives.
Oh, fair enough.
Even if I have to sacrifice others to find it, I should let so many people die for the truth?
That doesn't really sound like a good way to do things.
Master, you keep going to extremes. It's part of why you're a greenhorn.
Greenhorn? Oh, rookie.
Seems like you still have much to learn under my guidance.
I guess so.
What is the truth? Why did I become a detective to seek it?
That is really the question here, Yuma. It really is.
Yuma?
Yuma, you good?
Huh? Oh, yes?
I know I already said this, but
But what?
thank you so much. You are exactly the kind of person I thought you were.
We are?
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, what do you mean by that?
You're my hero.
Fair enough.
I'm no hero. I was just trying to expose the truth.
Which is true, I guess. We are an anti-hero at this point in my mind.
But thanks to you, I was saved. If you weren't around, I wouldn't be here today.
Fair enough.
That's why a detective who exposes the truth is a hero in my book.
Really? That's good to hear.
If there were more detectives like you in this city, maybe Aiko's death would have been solved earlier.
And then nobody would have had to go down for what had happened.
I'm sure things would have been different.
Which is true. It would have been different. Which is a fair assumption, honestly.
Kanai Ward hasn't seen a hero like you in forever. That's why it's always been so dark here.
Which is true. Yakou is literally way too passive to be a detective in this place.
So please continue to be our hero.
Well, we'll definitely try.
A hero.
But at least we're still being called a hero at the end of the day, even though I still kind of feel like an anti-hero after what we did.
Maybe before I lost my memories, I was trying to become someone's hero.
Maybe.
This time, there was a steep price to be paid for exposing the truth.
Seemingly, based on what has happened so far.
But even so, the truth must always be revealed.
Based on how our creed goes? Yep.
I want to believe I can save someone. I want to continue being the hero she says I am.
One step at a time, although in a different way than normal.
Still, I don't want to use Shinigami's powers again.
We're definitely gonna have to.
Don't act like you don't like it, Master!
We really don't, honestly. It's, not a safe power to use.
Well, I'm just glad you seem more motivated now.
Fair enough.
Oh, yeah. We made a promise, didn't we?
Oh yeah, you did say you'd tell us, what you know about Amaterasu.
I said I'd tell you about Kanai Ward's ultimate secret after the case was solved.
Which is true. I'm kinda curious on what you know.
Huh? Oh, right.
Yeah, what's going on?
Hey, you seem like you weren't expecting much.
Fair.
But that's where you're wrong. Just between you and me,
What's going on?
I am Kanai Ward's only informant.
Informant? What do you mean by that?
Informant?
Yeah, what do you mean by informant?
Are you serious? A high school girl informant?
What, does she work for Amaterasu?
I'm still a beginner, though. I started 3 years ago after taking over from my grandfather.
Oh, it's kinda like the WDO in a way.
And now that the peacekeepers control the city, there isn't much of a demand for information anymore.
Really? Huh.
No wonder you know so much about rumors. Besides...
That actually helps us, honestly. If that's what she does, that's perfect for what we do.
I haven't felt this nervous since I was chased by those peacekeepers.
And she did say she was chased off before, to be fair, too.
That also explains why the peacekeepers were after you.
Yep, just nothing but the truth there, honestly.
If Kurumi is an informant, maybe she does have some crucial information about Kanai Ward's ultimate secret.
I would believe so too, honestly, at this point. Okay, sorry boys and girls for the cut right there, but, well, this is actually going to be a continuation of what would have been at the tail end of episode 21, but when the episodes got split into 2 episodes, it wasn't as long anymore. So I'm able to actually continue chapter 2 here and finish up the chapter, which is nice. So, with that being said, well, we're actually going to be completing the chapter, because originally, well, we would have ended here in episode 21 when it was a hour-long, basically 2-hour-long excursion, which wasn't really planned. So, thankfully, since both episodes are now split apart, we can actually see what goes on with Kurumi here, which I'm kind of curious with the fact that she said that she's going to be telling us what's going on with what she believes is Kanai Ward's ultimate secrets. So, honestly, I'm quite curious. And also, kind of curious what the view says here. Kanai Ward Amaterasu Corporation. Peacekeepers? I have no idea what's in store for me. No point worrying about the future. It's what it is. You don't have to worry in the world. You don't have a worry in the world, do you, Shinigami? Nope. She has little to none. But honestly, with that being said, let's continue with what Kurumi was telling us here. So, let's see.
So, Kurumi, what do you know about Kanai Ward's ultimate secret?
Yeah, what exactly do you know?
Well, it's likely connected to the top-secret research that Amaterasu Corporation is conducting.
Which you did say something about that before at the beginning of the chapter. Okay.
I think it has something to do with why the unified government approved of Kanai Ward's isolation.
That could be possible. That sounds like something that would maybe be an ultimate secret. Huh. That is kind of strange why the unified government would do that in the first place.
Top secret research? Approved the isolation?
Apparently.
Kanai Ward has always been a city centered around Amaterasu.
which would make sense since it's basically its only megacorp at this point. So, yeah, I can see that.
But there was a lot more freedom in the past. People were allowed to come and go as they pleased.
Really? Just, yeah, I guess, yeah, normally. But from what we've seen, currently, from what we've seen at Kanai Ward, it definitely makes sense that people wouldn't be leaving this place at their own free will. Huh. So it's basically like its own country, pretty much, at that point, with how much law they have here. Jeez. But that makes sense with how scary the peacekeepers are, to be fair.
It became an autonomous zone, free from the Yuji's influence, only a few years ago.
Only a few years ago? So it's not been very long that they've taken over.
The reason behind it has to do with the top-secret research that Amaterasu is conducting.
And what exactly is that research?
But what is the research?
Yeah, what exactly is that research? Because you said research before, but you said that, well, you needed our help at your school first before you would be able to give it to us.
I don't know all the details, but it's supposed to be able to change the entire structure of the world.
The entire structure of the world? That's interesting. Really?
All nations and enterprises worldwide want it.
Huh.
This research is what turned Amaterasu into a major global corporation.
That would make sense if every government and country would want whatever they're making.
And that research is being done in Kanai Ward?
Apparently so.
I think so. It would explain why Kanai Ward's been isolated.
Honestly, yeah, I would say, yeah, that would make sense.
It's so their research doesn't leak out.
And then, yeah, nobody can get it out because there's no phones or anything like that. And we're the only one with a phone inside the submarine. So, literally nobody would be able to leak it outside if they can't leave the place. So, yeah, that would definitely make sense.
Research that can change the world? If that's true, it's some serious stuff.
Yeah, it definitely would be some serious stuff for sure.
No wonder number 1 of the WDO would risk his neck here.
And yeah, fair. Since he is the number 1 amongst all master detectives, so it would make a lot of sense about all that and everything. Okay, well, good information for sure. Although, it's not a lot to go off of, but it's still something, at least.
Do you know any more details about that research?
Yeah, any smaller details that can kind of help us pinpoint it a little bit more?
I do know a little bit.
You do? Okay, what do you got?
Grandpa risked his life to obtain one piece of confidential information about Amaterasu Corp.
Really? Confidential information? Okay, what kind of confidential information?
And I believe that somehow, it has to be related.
What do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean by that?
Research to create a homunculus, an immortal monster.
An immortal monster? Huh. Why would they want to make a homunculus? That's weird. Because how would that help any nation? Because if all nations had one of those, they wouldn't be able to fight each other because the monster is immortal, right? So, what? Really? And no person has been able to actually make one of those things. They've been able to fake them online, that's for sure. The one guy that had like the egg or whatever, I remember watching a video about that. But yeah, that one's definitely fake. But that's the only thing I remember of seeing of like a homunculus. But I do hear about them in like horror games and stuff like that, like Betrayal in the House of the Hill and stuff like that. But other than that, that's pretty much all I really know about those kind of things. But I have heard about them being immortal, though. But that's pretty much it. But interesting, though.
Homunculus? Immortal monster?
But why would they want to create that, and why would that make them isolationist? Though, because of the fact that who would really want something like that if there could be multiple of them?
Now, wait just a minute. Are you serious?
She seems pretty serious there, Yuma.
I don't have any proof.
Which, yeah, I would definitely say that it's just, you know, it could be seen as hearsay, but it does seem like she's telling nothing but the truth here, honestly, buddy.
But it's a fact that Amaterasu Corporation has previously researched homunculi.
A fact, you say? Really?
Homunculi being researched in this city.
Huh.
Is that Kanai Ward's ultimate secret?
But that I don't see that being connected to the rain, though. I always thought, because what I thought the ultimate secret was something to do with the rain, why it's never, ever stopped raining in this place. But if it is something to do with homunculi research, that could possibly be the real ultimate secret. Huh. Really?
Immortal monsters? Homunculi? It's turned into a fantasy story out of nowhere.
Kind of, yeah. But more like a horror fantasy. More like than anything, but honestly, yeah, I guess you could definitely say that.
Though, I'm sure not one to talk.
True.
That's all I know.
Well, at least it's good information. At least it's something that we can bite into and have something to kind of research into now, outside of nothing at all.
Well, is my information useful to you?
Yeah, it's more than useful, actually. Thank you, Kurumi. We weren't expecting this much, to be fair. We were just expecting that you found something that's suspicious that you found, like, around, like, the area, and then it ended up being something that you would, you know, think that you could give us as information, but that's a lot of information, actually.
Although, most of it was left behind by my grandpa.
Which would make sense.
Left behind?
I would think, based on you saying that your grandpa was the one that found the confidential information.
One day, my grandpa just vanished. He's been missing ever since.
I don't think he just vanished. I think, probably Amaterasu Corporation found him. Because, they seem to hunt down anybody looking into their stuff.
That's why I decided to take over where Grandpa left off as an informant.
Which is pretty cool, honestly, and pretty noble.
So, do you think what I've shared might help?
Yeah, definitely. It's gotta help at this point. I would think so, at least.
Yeah. This is huge, considering how I had nothing until now.
Which is true. We literally had nothing. The entire group had nothing. So, yeah, that's definitely more than helpful information compared to what we had before.
Really? That's great! I'm actually useful to a master detective!
Yeah, you definitely are. But you were helpful to begin with, to be fair. You gave us a case to solve and helped us get a little bit more training in. But thanks though, nonetheless.
Oh, about that master detective thing.
I don't think it matters anymore, Yuma. You solved that case by yourself, pretty much.
Look! That's where my grandpa used to live!
Your grandpa? Where exactly? At the hotel?
That takes me back. I wish I could see him again.
I think she was pointing at the hotel, because I know you can buy, like, houses in hotels if you pay enough for it.
Oh well.
Huh.
And that's how you'll keep taking advantage of a high school girl, huh?
Shut up, Shinigami. You already know we tried multiple times trying to tell her, and she definitely heard us say trainee before, 100%. There was one point where she didn't say anything in between us saying that we were just a trainee, unless she didn't hear us, but she was close enough I would think that she would. But don't say that, Shinigami. I'm pretty sure she's just, she doesn't want us to say that we are a trainee, because of the fact that we actually solved the case, 1, and 2, we actually wanted to help her. So it didn't really matter in her personal, like, way of thinking. So that's how I take it, even though we don't have any proof on that's the way that she took it. But to me, that's how it kind of feels, honestly.
By the way, Kurumi, why do you think your grandfather disappeared?
Personally, I think Amaterasu.
Could it be the Peacekeepers?
Or Peacekeepers, possibly. They could have been their hired guard to go get them, to be fair.
No, I don't think the Peacekeepers have anything to do with it.
Really? Nothing to do with it?
Grandpa vanished before Kanai Ward became isolated.
That's weird. That's really weird.
He was just suddenly gone. But I do believe I'll see him again someday.
Huh. Okay then.
Master, forget about some geezer you don't even know. What about this homunculus stuff?
That is something I kind of really do want to start looking into, and see if that is indeed what this ultimate secret stuff is. But, it definitely would be something worth checking out, nonetheless, outside if it even is the ultimate secret or not.
The homunculus research. If Amaterasu Corporation is still researching some immortal monster in Kanai Ward,
It could be dangerous for everybody.
it makes sense why there'd be such tight security. They fear the secret leaking to the outside world.
Which seems to be the case, but we're not 100% though.
Maybe it even has something to do with the great global mystery that number 1 mentioned.
Which is possible. We just don't know though.
Speaking of which, what could the great global mystery be anyway?
And that's a real question, honestly. We don't have any idea about the Great Global Mystery either. So there's 2 mysteries to solve, but the thing is seemingly we have no idea what could possibly be the Great Global one. Because we've only been in Kanai Ward this entire time. We technically were outside of Kanai Ward at the very beginning of the game, but we didn't have any memories and we didn't think to check around to see if there was anything different about the train station or anything that we decided to leave from. So we really can't go from there, sadly.
There's too much stuff we don't know, but you're one step ahead of the other detectives now, yeah?
Fair enough.
Guess that flat-chested Uggo is kinda useful.
And you keep calling her the same thing that you've been calling her since the beginning of the chapter. Poor Kurumi.
Maybe I should stop calling her Uggo now. I'll just call her Flat.
That's a start to being nicer, at least. But, you're still calling her something weird, but at least you're not calling her ugly anymore, because it really isn't, to be fair. But, at least it's a start to Shinigami being nicer to other people, which is nice, for once.
Still gonna hold on to that, huh? I guess this is technically an improvement.
It really is at this point.
You're gonna keep this info to yourself, right? It'll help you get ahead of the other master detectives.
Is it really smart to keep that to ourselves, though?
No, I'll report this to everyone. This isn't something I can deal with alone.
Yeah, it's smarter to tell everybody, because then, if something does happen to us, at least everyone else knows that information. Because we don't know... Well, I have a feeling that Yuma's not going to be disappearing on us personally, but we don't know what's going to happen to the master detectives or any of that. We don't know if we're all safe or not from what could possibly happen during the story, so honestly, safe to give everybody the information if we can.
Ugh, how lame. Couldn't you strike a pose and shout something like, "I'm coming for you, Amaterasu"?
Probably not the smartest idea.
That's not my role.
In true, not really our role either.
All I can do is investigate Kanai Ward's ultimate secret just a little bit further.
Yep, just a little bit further and hopefully get the information we need.
The rest should be left to the real master detectives to handle.
No, you should be solving it too, buddy.
This is my fault as your mentor for babying you so much.
You really didn't baby us.
You've become the kind of detective who only relies on others without trying to solve problems yourself.
Okay, well, give us some of our memories back and maybe we won't have to rely on as many people if you're gonna cry about it.
What's wrong with relying on others?
Plus, it's not really a bad thing to rely on others, either. We just shouldn't rely on them 100% of the time.
Thank you so much for today.
No problem, Kurumi. Thanks for the help and the case to solve, honestly, because, well, we just got one step closer to, you know, being admired at our little detective agency because of the fact that we solved 2 cases now. Although the first one was with the help of Halara, but the second one, Desuhiko basically said we did ourselves, so honestly, it's going to be helpful around our master detective buddies because we'll feel more trusted there than we did before.
The pleasure is all mine.
And yeah, no problem helping you.
I'm kinda hungry. Maybe I should go buy a meat bun on the way home.
It's said to be the best thing here, that based on what Yakou was saying. We were supposed to buy some for him.
You like those meat buns too, huh?
Well, everybody seems to in this town.
Yes, I love them. I eat at least one every 2 days.
Just one?
They're kind of the comfort food of Kanai Ward. It's like I'm instinctively drawn to them. Oh, would you like to join me, Yuma?
I don't think Yuma's eaten anything since the beginning of the chapter, so probably I would see him being hungry by now.
No thanks, I'll pass.
Really? Okay, you do you, Yuma.
I see.
But she really looked like she was pretty happy to see you join her if you were to. Aw. What's going on, Kurumi?
Will we meet again?
I think so. I definitely think so.
Huh? Yeah, of course.
Plus, it would only make sense, since she is an informant of Kanai Ward, so honestly, she's gonna be one of our, like, best allies out here, outside of the WDO stuff. So, honestly, yeah, it would make no sense for us to not meet her again.
That's great! If you ever need any information, you can count on me. See you later.
See you later, Kurumi. Oh, off she goes.
I hope she's okay on her own.
I think she would be.
I couldn't bring myself to say, I'll walk you home.
Just say it. What are you, 12?
Honestly, I'm not sure how old Yuma is.
You sure you don't want to go back to the agency? Weren't you running an errand a while ago?
Which we were supposed to be getting breakfast.
You're right!
Poor Yakou is gonna be starving, quote unquote, based on what he was saying.
Oh no! I better hurry back!
Yeah, it's 100% time to get back now. There we go. Not too bad. Is that the end of the chapter, though? Or are we still going? Because it seems like we're still going, seemingly. It's definitely a longer chapter, for, like, the ending area than the other ones, because the ending of the Mystery Labyrinth, usually pretty much right after you're done with the Mystery Labyrinth, the chapter's pretty much over from what we've seen before. But it definitely is a longer chapter outside of that for what we've seen previously.
Homunculus research. I still can't believe it's true.
Well, you are the master among masters here. You should be able to probably figure that out pretty quickly now that you know that information.
Does it ring a bell, Chief?
Yeah, anything from you, Yakou?
Unfortunately, I've never even heard of it. You sure it's not just some rumor?
No, I think it's real. She seemed pretty serious about it.
The way Kurumi explained it leads me to think it's true.
And we have no reason to doubt her.
Regardless, there's too little information. We lack anything definite at the moment.
Well, at least you know about it, because we're definitely going to still look into it, even if you guys don't.
Still, it's better than having nothing at all. Well done, Yuma.
Thanks. I'll take a well done.
Thank you.
Because we really didn't get the full credit for the first case, to be fair, so we'll definitely take it.
You're like a dog wagging its tail whenever you get confident. complimented.
Hey, she's the best detective here. It's good to take a compliment when you can, at this point.
You were late getting back, but I never imagined you'd get yourself into another mess.
Sorry there, Yakou. We did promise, didn't we? But, I'm not gonna be passive like you, buddy. I'm sorry.
What the hell is going on?
Good question.
I'm so angry, I'm talking with the laugh!
I'm really sorry.
Yeah, sorry there, Yakou.
And your tail gets tucked between your legs whenever you get yelled at.
Shut up, Shinigami. You got your tail, your little ghost tail between your legs too, to be fair.
Setting aside how I nearly died of hunger and that Yuma needs to be put on a leash.
Based on how he said that, it sounded like he heard what Shinigami was saying, but he obviously didn't, but still though.
You picked another fight with the Beastkeepers! That's the biggest problem here!
It really is, yeah. We did get a warning before.
We weren't picking a fight. Besides, we got to expose the truth in the end.
Which is true, it is our job.
That look on Martina's face was awesome! Right, Yuma?
It was funny seeing her get mad and just walking off. It was kind of funny seeing that after how sure she was that she was going to take us out.
That's not what I'm talking about! How can you be so relaxed?
Well, we got away with it in the end, didn't we? We didn't get hurt. Because she could have just shot us right there and then, and it would have been over.
There, Lisp Man. Please remain calm.
Fubuki.
So, is it true the culprits in that case suddenly died? That makes it similar to what happened in the mailman case.
Don't mix the cases. Just pretend that it didn't exist.
Moreover, it is also similar in that those involved in each case, like Desuhiko and myself, had their memories wiped.
Yep, but I can't give you that information because if I tell you, Shinigami will hurt us very, very bad. So, yeah, sorry.
There are too many common traits to call it a coincidence.
Which is fair.
The memories related to the case disappear.
It is strange, but I can't do anything about it.
Perhaps it is due to someone's forte.
That's interesting for you to be able to figure out. Because, honestly, you've been saying really stupid stuff for a good chunk of the story, and then all of a sudden you say something really smart out of nowhere. Maybe. Although it's not really our forte, to be fair, it's Shinigami.
No way. What kind of useless forte would that be?
Not as useless as you think it is, Yakou.
Besides,
You don't have
no
one.
one here has an ability like that.
Heavy doubt.
Could another master detective have found their way here?
There was somebody that got off that train, but we've never seen them since. So, I don't know what's going on with that person. I don't know if they are a master detective or what. But they did get off the same train we did when we first got here.
It'd be one thing if we were anywhere else in the world, but we're in Kanai Ward.
Which is true.
This isn't the kind of place some ambitious master detective could barge into by himself.
Fair.
If someone got officially dispatched here, I would know.
Yeah, you are the only other detective here before all of us getting here, so that would make sense.
Anyway, why are you all looking so glum?
Yeah, why are they seeming off more than usual?
The case is closed and we got new information. It's a fantastic step forward.
Which is true.
It's springtime and all is right in the world.
Kind of.
Spring? It rains all year long here, and we've had nothing but trouble.
If you say so.
Ugh, just what the hell is going on here?
Very good question, but I don't think we'll be able to answer that yet.
It's like the hand of death itself.
Possibly. I can't answer your question though, Vivia. But he's close.
What's wrong, Vivia?
Yeah, what's wrong,
You
bud?
know what they say. The greater the detective, more often they encounter death.
Really? That's actually very interesting of you to say, buddy.
Isn't that right, Yuma?
I would think so. So he has high hopes for us. Thanks, Vivia. I'll actually take that. We didn't even do anything like a investigation with him, so with him to already have praise for us, that's pretty good. But, although seeing death more often is kind of scary, to be fair.
That does kind of apply to you, Yuma. In a way, you're like a death detective.
Huh. Death detective. Better than the appetizer detective, I'll take that. But
don't take it the wrong way. I mean that as a compliment.
Honestly, I'll take it. With how he is, it definitely is a compliment more than, something to kind of roast us about, because that's basically, all he talks about, honestly, is gloom, doom and gloom. So, I guess it is a compliment at the end.
But
I'll take it.
Even if it offends you, I refuse to apologize. Apologizing is too much of a hassle.
I could see that from you.
The Death Detective. You have a cool nickname, Yuma.
Not the best, nickname, but definitely better than what we had previously.
No way! I don't want a nickname like that.
Really? But it sounds so awesome.
Of course Shinigami would be happy about it.
It seems death has taken a liking to you, Yuma. That's one of your talents, in a way.
Much closer than you, would honestly be able to tell. Honestly, buddy.
Sheesh. I'll never understand this guy.
Honestly, he knows what he's talking about, surprisingly.
I'll figure out how to discipline Yuma later. For now, we need to come up with a plan to handle the peacekeepers.
Yeah, what exactly will we do?
You said this case involved Vice Director Martina, right? She's Director Yomi's right-hand woman.
Really?
I heard she's both his close advisor and his mistress.
Would make sense based on how they act together, to be fair.
I'm sure they're gonna make a move somehow. I don't even want to think about it.
What'll they do?
Yeah, what exactly would they do? That doesn't look good.
See? This is what I'm talking about!
Looks like we more just sprung a leak, to be fair.
Everyone, brace yourselves!
Brace ourselves?
Are you serious?
Huh. Maybe this really is something that the Vice and Admiral, or Director and the Vice Director are doing. This don't look good.
This is so fun.
I don't think you should be having fun, you should be more bracing like Yakou was saying. Oh, that doesn't look good. I don't know what exactly is going on, but it doesn't look good.
The agency is sinking. Where is everyone? Somebody help.
Huh.
Hey, Master! Snap out of it! Come on,
So the submarine's gone now, for sure, then. Based on how that just ended there. Jeez. Okay, then. So, was that actually the director, though? Oh, yep, it does look like it was. That looks like Yomi over there.
Kaboom! Oh, it sank, all right.
Jeez. They hit us with, like, a missile barrage or something on the top of the sub.
This is the bolt of judgment, the fire of purification, a supernova explosion!
You can say that.
Hey! Who prepared that torpedo?
Probably you.
Unfortunately, it was I, Martina Electro.
Oh, his right-hand woman. Okay, yeah. I believe that.
I figured it was you.
Jeez.
That wasn't enough firepower! I told you to blow up the whole river and vaporize them, didn't I?
Okay then. That took a turn. I thought they were like, like, you know, like star-crossed lovers kind of thing, but nope, looks like Yomi, definitely is not that way. Martina is, but jeez.
Now it just looks like I'm causing chaos! Half-assed executions of the law are nothing but senseless violence!
If you say so.
I told you to demonstrate perfect order! Listen to me. A clean and pure execution of the law is overwhelming, absolute, and completely blows everything away without a trace!
Jeez.
I'm terribly sorry, Director Yomi.
No matter. You are my beloved right hand.
Man, Yomi really is deranged.
You only need to remain by my side.
I think you should get out of there, Martina. I'm gonna be honest. He's a scary man, in my opinion.
Yes, thank you. I will forever be by your side to serve you.
Martina, you're weird. I'm gonna be honest.
Thing is,
but we knew that, though.
Even though you're my beloved right hand, you still need to be punished.
Huh?
Uh-oh.
You couldn't even solve a case caused by a couple of brats. Not to mention the detectives escaped under your watch.
Which is true.
But it's alright. Don't worry. You are my beloved right hand. I won't hurt you. I need you to stay pretty for me forever.
The way you're saying that freaks me out more than you could ever know.
I understand. So, what is my punishment?
Yeah, what is it?
See this? It's a recent invention by Amaterasu Corporation called a high-performance presser.
Presser?
It can compress up to 50 kilograms of material and instantly turn it into a cube.
What is it gonna put her into the presser?
Even humans can be turned into pretty little cubes.
What the heck, man? That's... You're gonna just do that to your beloved like that? That's, huh. Martina, just run, man. Just run.
Huh?
Don't just stand there, run.
I'll keep you on my person at all times, so you'll always be by my side.
That's just creepy.
You are my beloved right hand.
Okay, so you can either be alive or you could be a meat cube in his pocket. Pick one. I say be alive is probably the better way.
Please wait! What? You must be joking!
I highly doubt it.
Hey, you! Take my beloved right hand over there.
He is very much serious. I don't think he is gonna have mercy.
Oh, Martina. There's something I wanted to ask you before you go.
What would that be?
What's love?
Really? I thought they were like that, based on how he was acting when we first met both of them. Really? Also, those eyes are terrifying. The black, like, eyes with the white pupils is... Yeah, he's definitely deranged. But we knew that, though.
Take her away.
Director Yomi!
Well, off Martina goes.
Director Yomi!
Alright! Now, let's go find the corpses of those detectives that got blown up.
Okay, stay 5 million feet away from him and try not to get caught by him ever. Because, he's definitely going to torture us to death. I'm 100% about that. Jeez. That's the first time we've actually seen how scary he is. What's this?
Good day, sir. What's that? You don't know? I guess not, since you're still new. That's number 1, the leader of the World Detective Organization.
Number 1?
That's him? I had no idea. Why would someone that high up be here underground?
There's a book vault here. It's a secret book vault that only number 1 can enter with his biometrics. It supposedly contains data from generations of great detectives, sealed books, and so on.
Huh, didn't know that.
Don't even think about going in there, newbie.
I know. Wasn't number 1 carrying an old book just now? I wonder what that book was.
You're curious? Well, how about you go investigate? You may be a trainee, but you're still a detective.
Investigate? Me?
Interesting.
Kidding. Don't take it so seriously, Yuma.
Okay, so that's a very old memory of ours. That's the Book of Death, though. 100%. That's the deduction book that we see when we do the one thing, the denouncement deduction, and we deduce who the killer was and everything. But, interesting. But only number 1 could go in the book vault, and we know from Shinigami we went in the book vault somehow. But we saw that number 1 passed us. So if number... But the thing is his biometrics is the only way that's able to get in there. Huh. That's added a lot more questions than answers for sure, but it means we've met number 1 before, kind of.
Huh?
Also, where are we?
Wait, where am I?
Is this that Sun and Moon hotel that we didn't get to stay in before, or is this somewhere else?
Beats the hell out of me.
You don't know? Really?
But weren't you by my side the whole time? Don't you know what happened to us?
Seemingly not.
Like that time back at the Amaterasu Express.
Yeah, anything?
I was only able to stay awake back then because we just made the pact and we weren't fully synchronized yet.
Oh. I guess that makes sense.
But that didn't work this time.
No. So when we passed out, you passed out. Well, that's not good.
When you lose consciousness, my vision also goes dark.
Huh.
Actually, do you remember drifting in the river after the explosion? You almost died.
What about everybody else, though?
Hell, even as a death god, I thought I was gonna die.
I'm surprised you're happy about that.
This is no laughing matter.
It really isn't.
Anyway, because your biological activity stabilized, I was also able to wake up.
Huh.
Everything's a-okay so far.
Well, that's good. It looks like we're fine. Based on us being in a comfy bed and seeming to be left alone, so it doesn't look like the Peacekeepers got us.
Now, let's go find out where we are. I want to go exploring so bad, my eyes are watering.
I could see that.
That's a bit dramatic.
Yeah, it kinda is, but that's Shinigami, to be fair. Really, chapters
Where are we?
not over yet.
Let's check things out for now.
It's still going, that's what I'm surprised about. But, it looks like the Sun and Moon Hotel from the outside map.
Oh, wow.
Oh, this is definitely not there. Where are we?
Who's there?
Oh, hello.
Hi there. Nice to meet you. I sure look suspicious, huh?
You definitely do. Okay, then. Chapter 2, A Silent Curtain Call, is now officially met its end. Who was that? They're definitely on the cover, though. I could definitely say that. But that's all I really know. But, honestly, I have no clue who that was. But we did get an S rank. I'll take that. Got level 20. Probably 21, too. Nope, just 20. But honestly, not too bad. I'll take an S rank. Probably Reasoning Deathmatch, yeah. That seems to be normally what ends up taking us down in points, because that's where we usually get hit, but not too bad. I'll take that. But with that being said, that's where we're going to be ending off episode 22 here, and officially ending the merge, or the split of episode 21 into 2 parts. But with that being said, wow. I have a lot of questions. I am also, definitely more scared of Yomi now. For, obvious reasons. The meat cube, process does not sound like it's gonna be a fun thing whatsoever for Martina. But, yeah, with that being said, in the next episode we will be beginning our 3rd chapter of our story, seemingly split from the WDO here, because I have no clue who that could possibly be. With that being said, thank you all for watching, have a wonderful rest of your day, keep being spooky, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out. Hey boys and girls, thank you all for watching today's episode. If you liked what you saw today, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe. And hit the bell notification down below. If you guys have any kind of suggestions for games, please put that in the comments down below as well. Thank you all for watching today's episode, and keep being spooky. Peace out, guys.